Hi, I'm Sheri from Whole Circle Studio, and welcome to the Wildflower Remix Block of the Month and Quilt Sew Along. Today, I'm going to give you some tips as you begin to foundation paper piece your 5th Wildflower Remix Block. In addition to this video, be sure to refer to the tips included in the pattern, as well as the links below to additional video tutorials. This month, I have some tips and reminders when sewing pieces at angles, like these sections in the stems. Let's get into it. All right, let's talk about these angled sections in the stem. Sections like these at a sharp angle can feel a little tricky when you're trying to make sure that your fabric covers the section. When I'm working on these, I like to take a moment before sewing to really check my fabric placement. Let's take a look at what this looks like. So I have section 1 covered with my cream fabric. And now I want to arrange my fabric to cover section 2. First things first, I like to take my old room card or old credit card and fold back the section. Again, I reviewed this in previous videos, but I think it's helpful to see on the tricky angles. I'm now going to remove this excess fabric from the previous section and get my 1/4 inch seam allowance. Just getting rid of this extra helps me get a really good placement of the next fabric. The other thing I like to do is using a pencil. I am going to hold this up to a light source and from the back side outline where section 2 is. This will help me arrange the fabric correctly this way, but also make sure that this little notch in the section will also be covered by the fabric. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hold it up to the light for me and just make some rough pencil lines. You don't have to do it all, sort of the ends and any sort of bump outs are the most important, but I'm just going to go ahead and outline it all with a pencil. And I like to use pencil for this versus a pen, just to make sure nothing permanent rubs off on my fabric. And now I'm going to fold this back, and I could see it, but just so it's shown for the camera, I'm going to darken this up a little bit. That is the shape in reverse that I want to cover. Next thing, I'm just going to put the 2 fabrics correct sides together. Not worry about placement right now. And now I can go ahead and align the raw edges. And then I can see where those lines are of the section. And I could kind of fold back this to get to that green section, the green fabric for section 2, or I can use sort of X-ray vision. And I can indeed see that green fabric is totally covering that pencil line. For these tricky angles, or the steep angles I should say, having your fabric be a little bit longer than normal than like an extra 3/4 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch, or 3/4 of an inch all around, or 1/4 of an inch on either side. Having it even longer than that is very, very helpful. It just gives you a little bit more wiggle room. And if you're going by my measurements in the pattern, the pre-cut fabric measurements, I've already accounted for that. So that is how I go ahead and align it. What I'll do then is go bring it over to the machine and sew, and then it'll be really important after to open it up and really make sure that it is covering. I also want to make sure for every subsequent section that I do, before I sew on, that the edges of each piece are really tucked in, that I'm not going to see any raw fabric edges. Sometimes that could happen. You don't want any raw edges of your fabric showing. It's harder once you start adding on pieces to fix that. So the other thing is, before moving on to sewing on extra sections, make sure that this is pressed really, really well. Sometimes if I'm in a rhythm, I kind of forget that part and maybe there's like a little lip or a little bump up. You want to make sure it's laying completely flat because that can cause problems later on. If you're finding your fabric is popping up or shifting a little bit, this is where a little bit of water-soluble glue can really help. Just add a tiny amount to hold your fabric in place before sewing on the next piece, and that makes everything a lot more stable and controlled. One last tip. These blocks aren't meant to be sewn together really quickly. So give yourself some grace along the way. Enjoy the process and your extra reward will be a quilt block with beautiful details at the end. And one other thing, mistakes do happen. If a piece doesn't fully cover the section, it's okay. Just take a breath, grab your seam ripper and fix it when you're ready. And if your paper gets a little bit worn from unpicking those stitches, just remember a little bit of tape works perfectly to reinforce it. Just make sure you're applying the tape only to the printed side of the paper. I can't wait to see your blocks come together. Thanks so much for being here and for sewing along with us. I'll be back next month with even more tips. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a new tutorial. Also, share your quilt block progress. You can email me a high-resolution photo of your block and I'll include it in our online gallery. My email address is in the pattern, or you can share your photo on Instagram, but be sure to tag me so I don't miss it. See you next month and happy sewing!